Alright guys, let's get into our Formula 1 career. Sorry, I was talking, I forgot I had my mic turned off. Right, we're going to be continuing our career, so let's get straight into it. If you want to see the results of Silverstone, Great Britain, which was around 12, did that earlier today. If you want to go check that out, you should be able to find it on the Twitch, or it should be on the YouTube. The race, which we did start 12th in, and it was pretty good race. Not a bad track. Didn't mind it at all. Right, let's get straight into practice in Belgium. Because I'm not the best at Belgium. I've done it a few times. I've played it more on Gran Turismo than anything. But that's where I've played it more than anything on there. Alright, let's do our specialist goals like we always do. Complete 2 sessions without damaging your car. We should be able to do that. Right, let's do that one. Achieve a position of third or better in qualifying includes sprint. Right, let's do that. Hopefully we can achieve it. I've never done a qualifying on this track. Perfect one practice program during a race weekend. Let's just do complete. Don't think we do any R&D. We don't have the money. Let's just fast forward time. We do have some parts that are going to be ready. There's some more money for us. There's a part done. That failed. There's some more money. And that part is complete. I want to have a look at our parts quickly. Since that failed, that is a shame. Alright, let's do that one. 11 days. It's going to be ready after. Is that the Hungary flag that's next? I don't know if that's Hungary or not. I can check actually. Let's go here. After Belgium, yeah, it is Hungary. Budapest. Alright, let's go to our race weekend, do some practice.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us, and the track action will be getting underway very shortly. I've got Anthony Davidson, Naomi Schiff alongside me. Before we focus on that, Naomi, I'd just like us to consider some of these big rumours that are circulating at the
I just want
moment.
to see what this is about.
Driver moves up and down the paddock. Just how distracting is it to focus on putting in strong performances at the same time as negotiating your future?
Well, it can be a really big distraction, particularly for the drivers who are out of contract at the moment. And for them, it's going to be the challenge of managing what they're doing off track and compartmentalizing that from what happens on track, because we know that this next decision in their career is going to be a big one. So that can put a lot of pressure on your shoulders, but you don't want that to put so much pressure on your shoulders that you start overdriving, making mistakes, because you know in this sport, you can go from hero to zero in an instant.
You know, easier said than done, Anton. As we pass by a driver now who's considering their future, even if you've got a contract, they're not necessarily even worth the paper they're written on. You've got to keep putting in really big, impressive performances.
It's an industry that demands perfection from not just the team, but the drivers as well, first and foremost. So if you start to relax in any way, even if you have a multi-year deal in place, like you say, not worth the paper it's written on, because you can be kicked out before you know it. If the performances start to slip, the team will have their eye on you straight away.
Alright, I was going to skip, but actually won't let me skip.
Room for complacency. Let's see who can put in some big performances on track today. All the action up next. Don't go anywhere.
Well, I don't know why I can't skip that, but anyway, it's fine. Alright, practice 1. Hopefully the race isn't raining. I think this is one of the longest tracks on the circuit calendar, I think. I think that's what I've been told. Alright, well, it is going to rain far out. Oh, do we have a sprint? I didn't realise we had a sprint session. Alright, that's fine. We'll do practice 1, sprint qualifying, then sprint, and then I guess we'll do qualifying and race on our next part. Right, it's going to rain on both the sprint and the race towards the end. I hate rain, you already know that, so I'm not particularly impressed, but anyway, it's fine. Alright, let's just get into practice, get some good times on the board. Chuck some, right, let's just skip straight into it. Fault, that's annoying.
Okay, we seem to be having a few software issues at the moment. Sit tight for a few minutes while we reboot some things, okay?
Alright, that's fine. Alright, let's just fast forward time, just so we can skip that. While we're waiting, we will chuck our Carter Maximum downforce. Gearbox should be fine. Alright, 51, that's sort of getting higher. We changed that to 61, 31, 37, 68, 58. Alrighty guys, let's just my bad, I'm on the wrong setting. I'll clear out in the hards first. I want to see how fast I can go on the hards, and then we'll come back in, switch for softs, and go back out. Alright, that'll do for now. Go to track, drive out, yes please.
A few laps under our belt.
Oh, I didn't realise there was a sprint on this track. I did forget. I think our last one was China, I think. I don't know if there's one after China. I just can't remember. I'm just a bit all over the show. Alright, that's alright. Right, let's chuck our thing there. Let's get our tyres warmed up. Alright, we'll see about that corner. That one back there, get that nice and good. We'll activate our battery through here because it's in a fairly nice bit of straight. Alright, coming through this corner, slow it down. So accelerating. It's actually kind of like this truck actually, it seems quite nice. Just want to quickly see what challenge we did, and it was the reach 800 reach 281 kilometers or higher for 30 seconds during a race weekend. Alright, we've achieved that. Alright, seems easier enough for that one. Achieve a position of 5th or better in qualifying. Includes sprint. Well, we have 2 chances to do that one then. I see what the fastest lap we can put in on these hards. And then, like I said, we'll switch to the softs. Just want to know how fast I can go. I need to sort of get this hill good. Better let our battery recharge because we're already nearly out of that. I think before I went around in a set of softs on time trial and I got a minute 54, or it might have been 44. I can't remember. It was something. It was the minute something for. Probably a minute 54. Might have been. I can't remember now. But I guess we'll find out what I get now, and then I'll sort of have a rough idea of what it was. But I was on softs on that. I wasn't on hard, so it will be slightly different. Right, is Hajjak going to let us through? Thank you. Right, activating our ERS through this long bit would be quite good to get a few overtakes done. Right, I got slowed down a little bit by Science. His move out of the way. It was a bit slow though to move. Minute 51 on soft. It probably was a minute 44 I got then. I mean, minute 51 on hards. My apologies. Let's just go past Ocon.
We think we might see some rain. ETA about 15 minutes.
Need to brake a bit more through there. What I wouldn't mind is maybe we go to the pits, chuck our softs on, and then do a few laps, and then wait for it to rain, and just get a few laps with the intermediates in the rain on this track. Just a bit of experience, since it's meant to rain on the sprint race as well. So just some sort of get a little bit used to it, what it should feel like roughly. Alright, let's find out where the pits are. I did see Carlos go near them, but I wasn't really looking to where he went. Alright, so you come around, go straight round. Alright, where is the white line that we have to be under 80? Oh, there it is. Alright, make sure we're under 80 when we cross that every time. Alright, Ferrari's coming out to take us into the pits. Alright, let's chuck some softs on and see what we can do. Get some fast laps in. Well, I got a minute 51 with the hard, so I'm assuming it must have been a minute 44 I got on the softs. But I'm not too certain.
Okay, let's have a comms check, please. Radio check.
Now, what was the challenge it wanted us to do? Qualifying pace on softs. Alright, let's take the softs then and do that challenge. Chuck those on. Alright, still got some sunny
I've
weather.
had a chat with the R&D team about the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car okay. With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement, so go and give them a try.
Start. Drive out, yes
Okay,
please.
guys, everyone be aware, the car's ready to go.
Let's do this. While we do the challenge, we can test out it, see what fastest lap we can. Well, I think it was for qualifying pace, so it kind of works out well trying to do them both at the same time. Alrighty. Make sure we don't cross that white line, don't want to get a penalty. Alright, let's warm up our tyres. Alright, no need to slow the brakes through there at all. Alright, this is quite nice. A nice big long stroke through here that we can get some overtakes potentially, especially with the DRS with us. Alright, let's just get our tyres warmed up. Right, let's get an overtake on Behrman, test out this car. That was a bit close with Behrman, I will say. Very, very close. Alright, let's see what this challenge was for. I need to try and get that corner nice and smooth, but I guess it's alright for now. Alright, tyres are nice and warm. Qualifying pace, so let's just get a fast lap. Alright, activate ERS through here. Turn that off for now. We'll get DRS in just a sec. Alright, there we go. Slow it down. Alright, perfect. Right, now we're heading back down the mountain, I guess. Not, I don't want to say mountain, but it is a hill. We are going back down it now. I will use our bit of ARS along the next straight heading back towards the finish line. Alright, we did go off the grass. We would have lost a slight bit of time through there. Alright, let's make it around this corner. That was a bit shit. Started turning a little bit. Alright, let's activate ARS now. And just keep it on until we burn through it all the way back to the straight. Well, not to the straight, but until we get to the final corner. Alright, turn it off. Right, we use up all our deploy for it.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable
Minute 48. I feel like I got a
lot.
lot faster on the... What do you call it? I can't think what you call it. Not a time trial. I feel like I got a minute 44 on that. I don't know, 4 seconds is a fair bit to cut down, but definitely think it's possible. We did hit the curb a few times and lost precious time. I don't know how much we would have lost by hitting them, but I feel like it would have been a little bit.
Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
Right, let's head back to the pits and get our car, wait for the rain to hit, and then switch to intermediates for it. Just want to get a little practice, just a lap or two, just get the feel for it. That's all, won't need long. Right, let's fast forward time till it starts raining. Alright, quite busy on track. Alright, 5 more minutes and we should get the rain hit. Fast forward a bit more. Right, shut those on. Oh, is it going to rain or not really? Alright, Antonelli's on intermediates, let's go then. Right, I thought I'd check it that way. Let's drive out. See how heavy the rain is. It's raining a little bit. Let's see how we go. Clear our tyres are cold, so let's just warm them up. Then we'll go a lap. Alright, so it does affect there. We can't go up there full speed. Our tyres are cold though, so maybe if they'll warm it up, you might be able to get up there. Right, DRS has been disabled. Right, let's try and get a fast lap-ish. See what we can do on these intermediates, and then I guess we'll head into qualifying. Alright, slow down a little bit since we can't get up there without sliding out. Hopefully it rains towards the end of the race on the main race. We don't have to deal with this. Like for not for long, like the last 10 laps or so. We don't really like rain. Really hate it. Alright, well that was... yeah, it was slowish. I'm just going to head into return to garage.
It looks like we're running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly.
That's fun. What's our car looking like? Alright, it's starting to wear down a bit. I may start changing some of these higher parts up later. Alright, it's meant to be sunny. Sprint's going to be sunny and rain. Qualifying's going to be sunny. And then same for the race. Let's just fast forward time. This is a good song. Drive by Ed Sheeran. It's probably one of my favourites from the Formula 1 movie. Definitely one of the best. Alright, let's skip over to qualifying.
And if today's
Or
practice
sprint
is
qualifying, I
anything
should
to
say.
go by, we're in for an exception.
Alright, we only got 100 resource points because we didn't do the other two, which normally I'd do them in the other qualifying session, but practice, but didn't have that chance.
High-speed straights, heady elevation changes, and dramatic corners.
Alright, let's just skip
Okay, radio check.
skip them
Radio check.
talking. Vehicle,
Yeah,
yep,
all good, thank you.
medium. Alright, let's head out. Drive out, yes please.
Complete. Everyone be aware, we've got a car leaving the garage.
Alright, we'll do one lap to warm up the tyres. Alright, so you can see. And then we'll do our fast lap. Just trying to have our battery as much as we can for our fast lap. So we won't use any of the overtake now. Right, tyres are warmed up, not as high as I'd want them to be, but they'll have to do as we're starting our flying lap now. Right, now we are. We'll just cross the line. Right, brake into here carefully. We do have an Aston Martin that's going to get in the way. Hopefully we don't get impeded too heavily here. Activate our ARS. DRS as well. We will get past Alonso. Right, let's turn that off. Same with the other side of the track when we head on the straight heading back towards the finish line. Alright, brake carefully. Right, head back down this hill, mountain, countryside maybe is a better term for it. Alright, let's get these corners nice. Let's activate our battery through here as well. Stuff the grass. Right, it's been deployed. Give it a DRS for just a few seconds. And we are first. Now I'm just going to return to garage quickly. And I'm going to do this. And I'm just going to let you look at the time. I'm just going to quickly go grab a drink, then I'll be back. I won't pause it just so it can finish itself off. We shouldn't be knocked out of the top 17. We have to stay in. 16 and above is our spot. Alrighty guys, I'm back. Thanks for waiting. Let's fast forward time. We're still first. That's good. That's qualifying 1 done, or Q1 done, or SQ1 done I should say.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest
Who's
of the
getting knocked out in the
weekend.
first
See
round?
you all tomorrow.
Alright, Kimi Antonelli, Oliver Behrman, Esteban Ocon, Gabriel, Liam Lawson and Jack Doohan. Alright. Advance.
All right, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay, when you're ready.
Alright, let's get out as fast as we can. And then we'll go from there. Alright, we'll save our battery like last time. Let's just warm up our tyres first lap. Make sure don't cross that white line. Alright, let's push it. Right, we'll overtake Gasly. Don't know if whoever's in front of us will get in our way. I don't think so. I think we might be far enough back. Right, slow it right down, corner cut a little bit, slow it down enough, let the car in front get further ahead. Right, let's go. Drop all that, let's go. Alright, there is a kick saber coming out, but we just beat them. Right, bit of ERS boost, let that go. Right, turn off all that DRS, take us here. Alright, take it easy, heading down this hill. I did hit the grass a little bit through there. Cutting it very close. Alright, we're following, must be either Yuki or Max. Activate our ERS through here. I think it was Verstappen. Or is that Sonoda? Sonoda. Turn to garage. Let's chuck that there and fast forward. Only 3 minutes anyway.
And that's it for
Right,
sprint
let's see who's
qualifying.
knocked out
Plenty
for
more coming up over the
Q2.
rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow.
Alright, Alex Albon, Lance Stroll, Pierre Gasly, Joshua Pearce, and Sonny Hayes, and Isaac Hedger. Alright, let's go do our final round of qualifying.
Okay,
And we finally
radio
get
check,
softs for this
radio
one.
check.
Right, let's just head out. We only have like
Set, we're ready to
7
go.
minutes to
Let's get the
do,
car
so
out to the track.
take us a minute and 40 seconds to get round, plus another minute 40. You burn half the time in the first 2 laps. So you only have time to do like 5 laps total. Right, let's chuck our wheels up so I know what they're on. Right, let's go out. Hopefully the rest of them aren't in the pits when I come back round, so they're not exiting as I'm coming past. I'll get DRS and I'll breeze past anyway, but we'll breeze past early. That's alright. These softs should get warmed up very quick. Alright, let's put our wheels down. They're warmed up quite nicely. I think the pits looks empty. I think they're all out, yes they are. So they're all up ahead of us. Or behind us. I don't know. Hopefully we don't catch anyone on tracks, so we have a unrestricted thing all the way through. The kick saber ahead of us is on their fast lap, so we don't have to worry about them. And Science behind us is also on his fast lap, so hopefully there's a big enough gap that none of us catch each other. Alright, I've got up one purple sector. Right, we'll activate our ARS through here. Once we make it around this corner. Alright, let's activate it now. And we'll use it all until it depletes itself. Alright, let's return to garage. By the time it will only be a minute left anyway. There we go, minute 42. Currently holding the fastest lap. Let's fast forward time and see what we get. Don't think anyone else went back out. I think they all stayed in the garage.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend.
Right.
So we'll see you all.
Let's advance it. Let's do this race. Don't think there'll be a pit stop of any kind. I think it will just be how it is. Alright, let's do our sprint. Can I just check the messages? Will it show me the race sprint? Yeah, it's meant to rain towards the end and halfway through. Well, that's going to be a pain. Alright, let's just head to the race. Sprint, yes please. I can just hit X and go when it says go to next session. I always seem to go down to the bottom. Right, this is going to be 15 laps, mixed in with rain. So I don't know how we'll go. I don't know if we'll win. I'm pretty bad in the rain, so may lose some positions. But we do have a big enough gap in the championship that we could survive a DNF if it was to happen. Well, not a DNF because rewind will put us back, but you know, if we came last or outside the top 10, actually, well, for sprint it's the top 8. So if we finish outside the top 8, we have enough points to last us.
Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. Spa-Francorchamps today, a circuit that spans 4.35 miles. There are tons of elevation changes along the way too. 19 corners making up this circuit, with 9 of those to the right and the remaining 10 to the left. This track's a great one for fans of pure speed, and the average lap speed comes close to a whopping 145 miles per hour. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Piastri, Lando Norris, and Verstappen, Sainz, Hülkenberg, Fernando Alonso, and Yuki Tsunoda, Albon, Stroll, Pierre Gasly, and Pierce, Hayes, Hadjar, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Ollie Behrman, Ocon, Bortoletto, Lawson, and Jack Doohan rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say, they've got the better of them more often than not.
Yeah, they have. And it's, rule number 1, beat your teammate. They're the one that share the same equipment as you. And yes, the cars can vary and set up from race to...
Alright, let's just do this.
All right, let's have a quick radio check, please. Radio check. Check, okay. Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Let's just stay on the mediums. I may have to pit anyway if it rains. So our formation lap.
Okay, we don't think we're far away from rain now. I'll keep you updated as conditions change.
Well, if it was to rain before lap 7 on those softs, it might have been okay, but if it didn't rain, if it started raining like on lap 3, I mean, if it rained on lap 3, it'd be alright, because then I'd come in the pit for inters, but say I pitted on lap 7 for softs, and then it started raining on lap 10, it was like, well, I'm going to lose another 20 seconds, and, well, it's just a pain in the ass. Alright, went a little bit wide there. Alright, speed up and warm up our engine. Alright, let's just sort of went.
Okay, not the best placement there, mate. Let's try
Why'd I
and get
go
a good
purple
launch as the
though?
race starts.
I swear I never go far enough forward every time. But it did go purple though. Purple means you got it in a good spot, so it's a little weird. Alright, let's just move over. Let's just take off. Why is that red?
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on
It's
the
'cause
internal
they're
combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.
perfect. Alright, let's just go as fast as we can. Start making a gap as big as we can for when we need to pit plus inters. I'm going to struggle, so the bigger the gap I have, the easier it will be for me to hold the lead. So let's just floor it.
Okay, DRS is now available.
Just give me 1 second. Let's just have a quick drink, and then we'll be right back into it. Alright, let's continue.
We don't think it's going to stay dry for much longer. The rain could come at any moment, so watch out. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now.
Sorry guys, just had to adjust myself.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
I can see a little bit of spits of water. Don't know when they're going to say it's a good time to come in and pit. Probably next lap, maybe.
Okay, be mindful of the conditions. The track's getting wetter. Recommend you stay out for now, though. We'll be much slower if we move on to inters this early.
Right, switch our battery. Alright, let's keep moving. That's another lap down.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good. The tyre situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now.
Alright, well the best way to know when it's time to change for intermediates or wets, guys, is when the DRS is disabled, which currently it's not. Probably be disabled this lap or the next. But
Weather's changing now. You might want to review our strategy.
I swear they're dumb. I swear they're actually dumb. They say it after I pass the pits, but everyone else will get a chance to pit. Fuck, it's bullshit. Yeah, that's a switch. They're all going to go in and pit, and I'm going to be the only one out. I don't know, I think most of them came back round.
Caution, caution.
For what? What does it say?
Someone's
Caution.
come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
That's fine. He can be off. Alright, we've got 9 laps to go. We're doing about 2 minutes a lap. 9 laps will be done in about 18 minutes then. So I feel like kind of good on these softs actually. I mean mediums, but clearly they're not going to last much longer. But has DRS been disabled?
Clearing up is about 10 minutes, so just keep your concentration out there. You're doing well.
Well, what's the point of coming in then? Ugh, fuck, what a shit show. Dries up in 10 minutes, that's like 5 laps. Am I going to pit or will I stay out on intermediates? Well, it'll probably still be wet for those last few.
A few teams seem to be putting intermediates on now. Come on, let's go and switch over if you need to.
Alright, let's go to the pits.
Box this lap, please. Box this lap.
But DRS still seems to be on, so... Right, let's pit.
Right, let's go. Come on. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting.
Right, I think everyone's coming
Lewis
into
is
pit.
for his stop.
We've still got a...
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Right, let's get our tyres warmed up. Norris didn't pit, he stayed out. Well, that's fine, I guess. Alright, DS is finally disabled.
DRS has been disabled by the stewards. DRS will be offline. Wait for further updates.
Well, we weren't using it, so... I'm happy not to have it. I assume Norris is going to pit behind us in a moment. I assume that's why the gap to us is getting slowly bigger. It was like 6 seconds, now it's jumped to like 9 because he's struggling in the wet. Or I'm struggling in the wet and I've got the wet tyres on, so... That's another lap down. He might get out in front of Hamilton maybe, or... Nope. Is he going to drop out of 5th? Yep.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Alright guys, this race is going okay. Rain's definitely made it difficult, but we're going alright.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Okay, I think the track's going to be drying out quite soon. Be careful you don't burn out your tyres.
Well, if the track dries enough and we come in for tyres, then we might just chuck our used mediums on instead of a fresh set of tyres that we could use in either qualifying or the race. Especially if we only pit on like the last lap or two. But let's just put our wheels up so we know what they're on, just so we know how bad they're getting. Let's see how we go.
It's still not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like to move on to another tyre. It's only 3 laps to go. If I can stay on the intermediates and not pit, then I'd rather not risk pitting. It's going to be like Japan. Everyone ended up pitting on 2 laps to go, and I stayed out on intermediates and I won, but I was running like second, so if I did pit, I wouldn't have got in front of Max. He was just so fast on that track. I just could not get in front of him at all. Like, I just didn't matter what I did, I just could not. He was just so fast. But if I wait for it to then he went to pit for soft, so I stayed on intermediates and I wrecked my tyres, but I did win the race, so it might be with that same situation here. Alright, how many laps? This is lap 13, we go around again, start lap 14. Go around again, so it's going to be 3 laps, including this one. Right, that's already stopped raining. Let's see what our wheels are on. I don't know why there's a yellow sector behind us. You can just see on the little map. Hamilton's had something go wrong. And I called it.
DRS has been enabled.
He's out.
DRS is now enabled.
That's just perfect.
Lewis has dropped out of the race.
Well, that's just perfect. Alright, start lap 14. Well, we were about 4 seconds faster than when it was raining. So we've already started speeding up. But I don't think it's worth pitting. If any of the other teams come into the pits, I think they're silly. Is Piastri actually going to pit? It's going to put his gap to like 50 seconds behind. Yeah, he'll be like close to 50 seconds, close to near a minute. He dropped off. I can hear the tyres squealing. I don't know if any of you can. Well, Piastri did just drop out of the top 5. Don't know if he's still in the top 8 to score points, but if he isn't, that was a silly mistake. If it was say a 24 lap race, because I know some sprints are 24 laps, then maybe it would be worth it to go pit right now. He's still got another 10 laps to go, and that would be worth it. But with 1 lap to go, yeah, nah, not a very good idea, I don't think. Anyway, let's just bring it home. Alright, sort of itching my eye, so that's why I sort of bit all over the show just there.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Yes. Time to do a good lap. Let's bring this race home. Alright. Sector 1 complete. Did Verstappen actually pit on the final lap? I don't know if the computer's just stupid or not, but I don't know why anyone would be pitting. Like, Piastri was like 4th, so pitting, and he pit and now he's 5th, so unless he gets up into like 3rd, even 3rd's not even really worth it. 1 extra point for all that work. Should have just stayed where he was. Great, so we had 11 seconds off Norris. He's going to try and move up positions. Not a bad effort. that lap we were nearly 7 seconds faster than when it was raining. So it is the wet. It just makes you slide around way too much. That's an extra 8 points for us.
So that wraps up the sprint race, but there's still more action yet to come this weekend. We've got qualifying and, of course, the Grand Prix.
Alright, let's advance. We are going to end it here, guys. We'll do our qualifying and race probably tomorrow. Or later today, I should say, now, since it is past midnight. But not a bad effort. Let's check the standings. Standings here, there. Alright, 303 and Frozen 426. Alrighty, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. We'll be doing our stream tomorrow for Belgium, the main race. So I'll see you all then. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And if you want to see more content, go check out the YouTube, guys. Feel free to give it a like and subscribe, or a follow on Twitch. And I appreciate it all, and I'll see you all next time.